This exercise is called a Pallof Press, just a great ab strengthener, great coordinator between your pelvic floor, lower abdominals, back muscles, ribs as you're breathing, great for postural alignment, just being aware of your body and whatnot. So with this exercise, setup is crucial. So I'll try to make this quick. You're gonna be in a half kneeling position. The outside leg is gonna be away from your resistance band, which is going to be perpendicular to you, okay? But I'll show you from this angle first. So starting from the ground up, we wanna make sure that our front leg, our knee, is right above our ankle, and our back leg or inside leg has our hip right over our knee. Now from here, you wanna check in on your hip bone to make sure your pelvis is level. So if these were headlights on your car, this wouldn't be too hot. You want to make those headlights level. Now, if you feel like you're really hiking and you're like, how do I get that down? If you put your hand on your butt cheek and just ask that hip to drop down into your hand, that's usually a good cue for getting out of this hiked position. So, feet, hips, pelvis. Now from here, what you're gonna wanna do is this back leg, you're going to wanna give just a slight tuck. You're gonna bring your pubic bone up slightly by kind of engaging these lower abs, just kind of bringing them together. You don't wanna squeeze your butt cheek. You don't wanna squeeze your butt cheek to round under, okay? Keep this nice and loose. Utilize those lower abdominals. Now, if you feel like that's too much for your hip flexor, like it's super tight, like it's gonna pop out, what you can do is you can just lean your whole torso forward slightly, okay? Now, we're back here for the exercise. For your front leg, what you're gonna do is you're going to engage the hamstrings by trying to slide your foot back on the floor, on your padded surface. Again, doesn't have to be super extreme, not squeezing any butt cheeks, just kind of feel that hamstring engaged so it keeps your pelvis from arching as you're doing the exercise. It's always a good idea to record yourself so that you can kind of see your postural alignment. If you notice that you're really arched through your back, then that means your back muscles are really doing a lot of the work. The abs are stretched and you're not getting the full potential of the strengthening for the front abdominals. So, okay, from the ground up, next thing you want to be aware of is how your elbows are when you're actually pressing. So you don't want to be out here when you're pressing the band. You want to keep those elbows in, press straight out from the chest. And you also don't want to grip your band really, really tight because that gives us the propensity to really hold a lot of tension up here. So just being aware that this is nice and loose. We're concentrating on what's happening down here. So this is easy. If you find that you're gripping your band too tight with your hand, you can always just make like a loop. You can always make a loop and that way you take the grip out of it completely. So let's try to get this set up. So outside leg is opposite from your band and that same arm is gonna be the one that is doing the majority of the pressing. So checking our alignment, got everything engaged, traps are relaxed. Now what you're gonna do, now that you've got that position, is you're gonna take a good inhale through your side and back ribs. And then as you exhale, you're gonna bring those abdominals together. So you've got internal obliques working on one side, you've got external obliques working on the other side. So everything should feel really balanced. You shouldn't feel like only one side of your abdomen is doing the work. And you should feel those lower abs gathering, everything kind of coming together for a brace as you exhale your air out. Continue the press as you're exhaling, and then reset. Another good inhale, and then an exhale. And another good reason to record yourself is to make sure that your lower abdominals aren't inflating or pooching more as you exhale and press. If that's happening, then we know that we're not coordinating those lower abdominals to come in on our exhale. So that was a lot. Take your time setting up and enjoy this exercise. It's awesome.